Hey guys, so today we are going to be doing section 1 of this creating a business assignment. Don't tell anybody in class, but your guys' is going to be shortened and a little bit easier just because I'm a little less available to offer direct support. So you're just going to do a little less practice. Okay, so for section 1, it's only going to be 4 total questions, and we are going to do number 2 and 3 together. This is just like the solving for x that we've been working on throughout the year, except there's an inequality. So this would be like if you're looking for an answer that just needs to be like bigger than your x or smaller than your x, or you need like at least this much of stuff or less than this much of stuff. Okay, if that kind of makes sense when you would use this solving for x with an inequality. So like for example, when a business is setting their prices, they want to make sure that their price is more than like what it costs to make that item that they're selling. So there's an example using the business model for solving for x with an inequality. Okay, so it's going to be exactly the same when you add or subtract numbers from both sides. The inequality is going to stay the same. When you multiply or divide by a positive number, it's going to be the exact same. If you simplify a side, like if you have to distribute to multiply, it's going to be the exact same. Here's when things change: when you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number, or if you swap left and right hand sides. But like you're never going to do that. Like that's like a preferential thing and it just doesn't make sense. So really only if you multiply or divide both sides by a negative number. All right, so we're going to do number 2 and number 3 together. Number 2. So we're going to set this up just like we would if we were solving for x with a regular equal sign instead of a greater than or lesser than sign. Okay. So I need to get y by itself. It's being multiplied by negative 2. So I need to do the opposite of multiply by negative 2, divide by negative 2. And if I do it to one side, I have to do it to the other side. All right, first I'm going to simplify what I got going on here before I deal with this inequality. Okay, so these cancel out. I'm left with y. On this side, negative 8 divided by negative 2 equals 4. All right. Now, this is going to change because we divided by a negative number. So instead of facing towards the negative 8, it's going to face towards the y. So we have y is greater than 4. That's your answer. Okay. We're going to do number 3 because number 3 looks kind of big and scary. And, you know, free answers are always nice, especially on a Monday. Ellie has been waking up a lot lately, and my husband will go in there. She'll say, "No, mommy, mommy." And it's like, oh no, now I have to get up. Okay. Thanks, McAfee. Go away. I'm teaching right now. Okay. So same thing as if we were solving for x. I'm going to set this up just like I was solving for a normal solve for x equation. We have x minus 3 divided by 2 is less than negative 5. So the first thing that I'm going to do is get rid of this 2. So it is x minus 3 divided by 2. And in order to get rid of that 2, I'm just going to multiply by 2 on both sides. All right, it'll cancel out over here. So I'm left with x minus 3. I'm going to simplify this side before I deal with this inequality. So negative 5 times 2 would be negative 10. All right, and before I write down my inequality, I'm going to check, did I multiply or divide by a negative number? No, the 2 was positive, so I just copy it down just the same. All right, now I am going to try to get this x by itself, but this minus 3 is in the way. I'm going to do the opposite of minus 3. I'm going to plus 3. If I do it to one side, I got to do it to the other. So I have x on this side because those 2 cancel out. I'm going to solve this part first before I worry about that inequality. Negative 10 plus 3 is negative 7. All right, I'm just going to double check. I did not multiply or divide by a negative number, so my inequality stays the same. Here's my answer. X is less than -7. And that's it. If you guys have any questions with number 1 or number 4, make sure you ask. Otherwise, that is all you have to do for the day. See you later.